Well, it's not a bad day, is it? I know I did a video yesterday, but I've been thinking about this for a while, and it's getting worse. Right, driving. I used to love it, blooming hate it now. For the last few years, you know, most days I've had to actively avoid accidents. You know, anyway, it's getting worse, and in fact it's time for a dash cam, just like we see it from around the world. And why is this? Well, I've had a bit of a think about it, and I think it's many reasons. One is, obviously, there's more roads on the cars. There's now a lot of people in the country from abroad that the standards of driving are less than ours. It's, you know, older people are getting older, young people don't care. You know, there's lots of reasons. Cars are getting bigger, more cars on the roads, so there's less road, less room for everyone. You know, lots of reasons. Anyway, last month I've had quite some serious incidents. You know, I've had to actively avoid, well, 4 actually, but 3 I'm going to show you. I've been putting my Vader in the car like for a dash cam, but the trouble is, you know, it's got limited battery and it's long enough for me, and then you get hours of footage and there's nothing on it. So what I'm hoping is, if I put it in, they'll stop happening. That's what I'm hoping, because, you know, it doesn't matter how good you are, sooner or later they're going to get you. That's the thing. So, like I say, this is just the stretches of road that it happened on. It's not the actual instance, but I'm sure you can, you know, you'll be able to see. So what I'm going to do, I've taken a bit of footage of the spots, and I'll tell you what's happened. This is the route to the garage and to the where my tractor was at Malts, not far from it. So, you know, a month ago we were doing it, well, daily, probably 2 or 3 times daily sometimes. So I drive at speed limits because it's one less thing to worry about. Plus, if I get caught for speeding, that's it, because my insurance will go up and I can't afford it. So, you know, I just do. So I'm sorry to the people I hold up creeping about, but that's how it is. I don't set the speed limits, other people do. So we're coming along here, and I've done it regularly. Now when we get to the 40 signs in a moment, I put my foot down, and I'm normally doing about 60 past the lane end. Anyway, there was a little truck waiting to turn left, so I eased slightly, and just before I got there, a red Transit appeared at the junction quite fast and pulled out smack in front of me. So I put my foot down here, and I'm probably doing 50, not 60. And I'm getting to just about here, and he pulled straight out in front of me. Well, I slammed my brakes on, and my tyres squealed, they heard it behind, and he went round and stuck his tongue out, did it deliberately. And I'll tell you what, I'll show you something. If I'd not been in my own car, I'd have put my foot down and T-boned him. Seriously, I would. You know, I can do it, you've just seen. So that was that one. Then a couple of weeks ago, I was coming back, and there was an elderly woman following me, and she was not old, elderly. And she wasn't actually tailgating, but she was too close where I had to stop, she'd have run into me. So I turned up here and she followed me up here. So we get to the 30 limits in a minute, as you'll see, and I put my foot down again to try and get to the end before she did. So we're coming along here, there's the limit, look, put my foot down, it's only a short stretch of road, and a Transit turned in, another Transit, and he veered my side of the road. Anyway, he kept coming, and when he got to just about here, I slammed my brakes on, to go around him on the left. Anyway, he saw the at the last second he saw me and swerved to his own side of the road, but you know. And then only yesterday I was coming back home, as I often do, and this is the route, as you can see, and you get another transit of all things. I don't know what's up with them. Anyway, you come along here and you have to turn left, and then you have to turn right, and right again onto Silver Street to come across Monk's Road, because there's no right turn at the traffic lights. So I'm coming along here and there's no bus there, and just here, that's give way on the left, the transit pulled out. When he going very slow, he pulled out, kept coming, and just here I had to drive round the front of him. I had to actually steer around the front of him. He just kept coming. You know, I mean, it's just unbelievable. I can't do it forever.